scientists in general within Australia are dependent on grants and grant funding and live on a year-to-year basis. So, that's challenging as funding decreases and the competitiveness of getting those funds increases. And then you throw in a pandemic where the opportunity to do your research, create your results, be able to write it up, be able to apply for grants, be able to contribute to industry or society or the economy is that much harder.
We're already doing disproportionate amount of work at home that is unpaid, and this amount of work increased during the pandemic, which competed with their work responsibilities. Many women actually had to go and work part-time to be able to cope with this dual role that has been, increased in terms of responsibilities.
Individually, of course, it's important to those women. Like, it will get their career back on track. They're going to get, whatever the issues identified were in their applications, but access to labs, access to funding, support their research team. So it will support that individual at an individual level. Of course, there's the institution, and it will support the institutions to create greater research applications. There's a lot of them were multidisciplinary and collaborative. So there's multiple flow-on effects to other organisations and institutions.
Things like the veski grant actually mean that I'll have more time to support the women around me in making sure that their careers stay on track as well.
Having extra people in the lab and having another pair of hands in the lab will allow me to focus on setting up some post-COVID support here at the Olivia Newton-John Cancer Research Institute for other early career researchers and helping them get back to full productivity.
I'll be perfectly honest, combining homeschooling my children with the increased demands of online teaching at the university, my research has definitely taken a hit in the last 18 months or so.
So we're talking about some people doing earth science, looking at the relationship between the quality of the soil, food production, and climate change. Or we're talking about people investigating the relationship between humans and computers and how to make that process smoother, particularly for people who are vulnerable. And so it's not only the fascinating element of these projects, but the capacity that these projects are going to have to really impact the scientific community, but also the broader community, not only in Australia, but globally. The
other thing that really struck me when reading through the applications was just the resilience and tenacity of these amazing researchers in the face of not only a global pandemic, but also what that means for them personally in terms of caring responsibilities, household workload, professional workload in terms of teaching, and then interruption to their careers.
For me, with this round, it was extremely challenging because every application was worthy.
The veski grant really helps to give me a leg up to get back on track, back in line with my peers, and back in line with where I'd like to be in my own career.
This grant will help expand the scope of what we're doing.
And so having this grant is just fantastic in terms of being able to fast track the progress, the recovery from this really challenging period, being able to employ an additional postdoctoral fellow in the lab who coincidentally was also impacted by COVID as she was caring as well, will just sort of catapult us forward and allow us to really fast track all the projects that were stalled during this time.
This is going to be a massive, massive step in the lab. Obviously, these are my ideas that I've come up with and really, really need them tested to sort of catapult my career.
These are our future scientists, and yet they're being seriously held back from achieving their full potential.